Another shade of blue, another playful moment that I don't quite all the days of silence are still in soft defiance. It's still in here within me. It's in plain so windy. A sultan shape of seagrass. Another shade of blue. Another playful moment that I don't quite remember.
Hello guys, happy Sunday to you. Welcome. Oh, I just dropped something. Welcome back to the Chill Art Sunday. I hope you all are doing very well, that your weekend has been a good one too. And as always, I hope you're doing better than me. So guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. Let's jump straight into it, because I should have finished this thing months ago. I don't even remember when I started this, but it's been a while. But I am now close to finishing it. Let's wait for this thing to finish charging, loading. There we go. So last Sunday, my god, it's hot in here. So last Sunday I have finally finished drawing the letters on the banner, and I actually managed to start shading on the character. So let's see, what have I done last time? What was the last thing that I did here? I was shading, that's for sure. Let me see at what spot I stopped, so I can continue from there. I don't know why. Oh yes, I remember. I was just doing some quick testing on the shading for the banner. But I am right now more interested in knowing about Braveheart over there. This would never not be creepy. Actually, I think I was going to start shading the banner, which is the reason why I had its layer selected here. Okay, so that layer is for the line arts. Where's the layer for the color? Grid. No, that's not it. Here, wow, that thing is so far away from everything. No, I kind of need these two layers to be together. Let's move the line arts to down here. Ooh, that actually looks better than what I had originally. Oh yes, this looks so much better. Look at the color of the line art. Wait, hold on a second, what is going on here? Ah, I see, I'm gonna have to make a couple small corrections on the lettering. No problem. No problem at all. Just copy the layer style, then clear it so I can sample this color. There we go. Paste layer style back. It doesn't really look like I have to do a lot of fixing here. Yeah, no, stuff seems to be just fine. Okay, maybe one teeny tiny little fixing right there. Something very small. And also here. Up there. Right here. No, that's the eraser, dummy. Now that is fixed. Okay, good. So that's all the fixes that I needed to do for the word commissions. Let's now check if the word coffee also needs some repairs here. Some little patching and stuff. That looks fine. It also looks fine down there. This O is fine. So is this F. Yep. And the final letter, the I, also has no issues. Okay, that was easy. Easy and quick. So now I can actually move on to shading the banner. So let's merge banner line arts with the banner color line art. I mean layer. Wait, this is duplication. No, that's not what I want. What I want is merge down. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. No. I'm actually going to save this as alpha 10. Alright, let's get started with this shading. Let's begin with the basic lighting that I usually always start with. I'm gonna need a bigger brush than this. Let's go with 700. Now 700 might actually be too big. Let's drop it to 500. So the light source is over here, right? Which means I need the lighting to be here. Though, hang on, I cannot just simply add the lighting like this. Because this is a piece of cloth, there's a lot of curving and stuff. It would help if this was actually different color. Hang on, let me test something. Let's go back to Alpha 9. Where I don't have... What I want to test is to color the banner a different color, do the shading, and then recolor it with the original color. I have no idea if that is actually going to work, but I want to try it. Because if it does work, I should probably maybe have an easier time doing the shading. The only problem is the shading is supposed to be applied to the line arts as well, but the only way I can do this is by having the color layer and the line art layer both separate from one another. Which means that if I apply the shading / lighting to the color layer, the line art layer is going to remain untouched. And that is actually not going to work completely, but one step at a time. Let's begin first by recoloring this some other color. Something else that works better with the dodge and burn tools. Yeah, let's do red. It doesn't have to be any specific color exactly, just something that works. This does hurt my eyes a little bit though. Alright, let's see. No, this color is not good enough. Let's try something else. Let's try this bright blue. Okay, this one works better. This way I can actually see where the lighting is going. Oh, you know what? I will have to use the airbrush with this one. Let me hide the writing. Actually, no, hang on, there's supposed to be shadow down there. Now, this lighting and shading that I am doing right now is not the final one. This one is not going to be permanent. This is just a test. Now, why has Twitch stopped on the other computer here? Stop being dumb. Alright, let's try out now the shading. This blue doesn't work all too well with the burn tool. I can see that now. It works well with the dodge, but not with the burn. But it's fine, this is just a test. This looks okay-ish, right? Now for the thing that I actually want to test, which is recolor this using the original color this banner is actually supposed to have. I don't really know if recoloring is going to wipe all the shading and lighting or not, so I am going to test it. Lock the layer. I think I am seeing the shading and lighting. Let me try a different color. Let's see a dark shade of green. Nah, it does wipe out all of the shading and lighting. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Alright, cancel that, and let's just work with this. But you saw how much easier it is to get this stuff done. I wonder though, what if I make a new layer on top, but have it have some blending mode, something that maybe can make it easier for me to see the lighting and shading that I am applying. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let me test. Why is it not working? I'm hitting... Oh, why is it not changing tools? What the hell? Well, that was weird. Whatever. Yeah, I can sort of see the lighting a little better there, but what about the shading? Yeah, I can see it a little better. Let me try a different blending mode. Also, I need to refresh the window on the other PC here. Wait a second. God, that PC is so slow. There, it's working again. Okay, this blending mode makes it easier to see the shading, but what about the lighting? Yeah, there we go. That's the one I'm going to use. Perfect. That works. Excellent. So let's begin. But the time for morning was not yet at hand, for the beast undefeated still ravaged the land. The great Trixie knew just what she must do to conquer the beast that would tear the town through. Yes, that's right. Oh, this is not the airbrush. Stop. No, I need the airbrush for this. Oh, there's even more visible. Good. Let's make this brush bigger. Okay. Actually, no, that's not supposed to have light in there. Not quite like that, anyway. Oh, I am stupid. I just did all of that on the layer that I made to make it easier to see what I'm doing. Damn it.
And there stood the great and so powerful Trixie, having saved the small village, and she did it for free. And Celestia descended.
Now I'm gonna have to do all of that all over again.
Having heard of the
It's no wonder I thought it was looking a little too good, or easy to see what I was doing. It's fine. Could be worse.
Subjects and I all agree that there's none more deserving to rule all the lands, all Equestria's land, air, and sea. And Trixie said, I'm but a humble magician who seeks not such fearsome responsibility. My place is here among my fellow ponies, with whom I can share all my magic, you see. And the princess was dumbstruck from the wisdom she'd heard from Trixie the great, and so wise and so pretty. So she gave Trixie 1,000,000 bits for her trouble, and returned to her throne in the mountainside city.
See how much better it is when you are actually working on the correct layer? Okay, so there's supposed to be some shadowing there. Let's add a little bit of lighting here. Okay, let's darken everything now. Hold up. Before I do that, I almost forgot that I gotta do some lighting, some basic lighting on these little ropes as well. This brush is too big. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, now I can burn everything. Now back to the burn. Let's begin making the shadows. For this bit, I maybe might want to not use the airbrush. Let's see. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just gotta look natural. No, that's still not good. Let's drop the size of this brush a bit. That's too much. Give me a brush number 150. Now we can drop to 100. Hey Reptane, happy Sunday! Thank you for joining, my guy. Welcome. Is this corner here supposed to have lighting or shading? I will ignore it for the moment. Hey, no problem, Reptane, no problem. Alright, let's do some very light shading here. This brush is still too big for that. Turn this off. There we go. So, this is the shading and lighting of the banner with this, let's call it filter layer. Actually, I'm going to name it that. Filter layer. And this is how it is actually supposed to look like. Now, because this banner is white, it's not actually 100% white, but it's close to it, it doesn't really look all of that shaded, but it is. I can see it anyway. Let's add the letters back and see what it looks like with them. It's not that. It's not that. Yeah, here. Found it. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Let me put the filter layer over the letters as well. Now I can't see anything. But yeah, we can see the lighting and shading showing through the letters. Look at that. What about without the filter? Yeah, that's good. It works. Excellent. Let's save and let's do some more shading and lighting on the wall itself. Oh, excuse me. Now this wall already has some lighting and shading to it. Let's enhance it. Nah. How about a much bigger brush? Let's bump it up to 200. 2000, I mean, not 200. Okay. Now let's give this banner some shadows. Actually, instead of using the burn tool to make a shadow on this wall, I will instead use a separate layer and draw the shadow with a brush instead. Using the color black and a round hard brush. Alright, how is this shadow going to look like? You know, I think I have an idea. Something that might work even better than what I just thought of doing here. Put this behind. And now just simply do this. Yeah. Is this cheating? Arguable. Regardless, that's what I'm gonna do. Over here, though, that needs to be a lot different. I should use the pen for this because I want precision. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That's enough. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. The way this is curving is going to have me... It's going to make me need an extra anchor point here. Otherwise, this is not really going to work well. Yeah, there we go. Very good. Perfect. Now I can either add some opacity or I can use a blending mode. I'm not sure which one is going to look better. Let's test the blending modes first. Could also be a combo of both. Oh, actually, unless I give this some opacity, it is, well, soft light. That actually looks very good. I was gonna say, because this is a hard black, you know, 100% black, blending modes are not going to work very well with it, but soft light actually works really well. Look at that. But let me see other modes. Yeah, light mode, soft light it is. Perfect. Just out of curiosity, what is this going to look like if I give it opacity? It looks fine, but think it's better without the opacity. Have it just be a 100% opacity. Though still, I am slightly conflicted. Both look good. But I think I'm gonna go with this here, at least for now. Next, let's draw some shadows for these paws. I think I can get away with using the same trick here. Oh no, actually no. He is on a layer. Is on layers behind the wall. So no, that's actually not really going to work. Unless I draw the shadow in here. Oops. No. This here does have to be over the wall. But then there's that problem there. Now let's go with the burn. Just add some shadow here. This should be harder though. I mean, the type of shadow, it should be a harder shadow. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to soften the edges of this here. They're supposed to be softened. Softened? Yeah? Softer. Whatever. Banner shadow. Some blur is all I should need. Not much, just a little. Okay, but here, where the shadow is a little more distant from the banner, the blurring should be a little harder there, a little heavier. Excellent. But I think I should keep the original shadow on file. So let's move on to beta 0. That way on alpha 10, I still have the original shadow that I drew for this for this banner. I don't know why my voice is failing today, but it is clearly. Is anything on this layer here? No. Why does layer 17 exist? What's its purpose? Since it is there, I think I have an idea. I'm going to use it to draw my shadow. No, not a soft brush. I want a hard one. There. This one is too big. Let's drop it to 50. This can be better. Okay, let's try now to fix this up. Oh, it's the second time that I do this today. Actually, for this correction that I gotta do, I suppose I can switch to the pen tool. It's gonna make my job a lot easier. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. But first, let's give this polish its shadow. There. Now let's remove that selection and create a new with the pen. Actually, hang on a second, I still gotta do something more here. There we go. Okay, now let's shape this. Just a moment. Oh, I'm curving this wrong. Quite wrong. Now, not anymore. This anchor point, however, has to go away. So let's make a new one here to hold everything else in place. And delete this one. Now, I don't know if this string to Picarto has crashed or not, but it is not really working on the other PC there. Let me refresh. Has it crashed? That thing is really borked there right now. Let me check. At least on my end it is. No, it's still working fine. It's just the browser on the other PC that decided to have a stroke apparently. Ah, yeah, yeah, Picarto crashed on the other PC, but at least it seems to be working fine for you guys. The only problem now is that I cannot see the chatting, Picarto chat. Ah, this is annoying. Fine, whatever. I'll try again later. People on Picard are usually not chatty anyway, so not really a loss. Alright, make selection. We erase this. And that should be it for this paw. Yeah. Actually, no, hold on. This does require a couple small corrections. Like right here, for instance. There. Now it is correct. The only problem is that now, because of how I drew this, there's a little gap right here. This here is over. Yes, it is over. There is a way to fix this, and I will find it. Why is this not drawing anything? Oh, right. It's because this layer is behind the wall. Yeah. Damn. Will it be fixed if I just blur it? That's the wrong layer. No, it just makes it worse. No, 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 no. That doesn't really fix anything. Yeah, I know. See, this is why I usually don't like making cuts on a layer so another one can fit. What I'm talking about is this here. In order for his paws to show and not be behind the wall, I have to do a cut on the wall. 2 cuts actually. And that creates a very small gap between them, but it is visible, and that really bothers me. Alternatively, maybe what I can do is this. Ugh. The group is disabled. But it still has the gap for the... Yeah. You can still see this here. And that's on the wall itself. Oh, I guess I can draw over it. No, I can't, because once I add the effects to the shadow, this is gonna be a mess. Just to give you an example of what I am talking about. Here. Looks fixed, right? Completely correct. But let me copy this layer style here and paste it here. Now that is there. That's not good. I guess I'm gonna have to use the dodge tool, I mean the burn tool for this. Fine. You win, Photoshop. I mean, it's not too bad. It just just doesn't look very natural. Yeah, no, it differs too much from the other shadow there. If only there was another layer between the paw and the wall. Let's see, I cannot do this. Well, while I try to figure this out, let me do the shading in his mouth, because I didn't do any of that last Sunday. Let's begin with the tone. No, this brush is way too big. Okay. And another burn. Back to the dodge with 50% exposure. And the same thing with the burn. Jaw muscle is going to be the next one. I still think it could look a little better. Alright, let's see about these teeth. Them chompers. It should be easy to see if I don't have the background visible. Okay, let's begin with these here. Disable this and disable that one. Stream Deck is just charging again. Now, because of their color, shading and lighting with the burn and dodge is not really going to work out very well. think I'm going to use the filter trick again. Where is that layer? Here. Actually, I can just enable it here. Yep, perfect. There, now I can see the lighting. Look at that. Shut up, Windows. Stop dinging. Now let's add some shadow right here behind these teeth. A little bit more. And that should be good enough. Can't really see the shading that I just did there. But it's fine because it is there. That's what matters. Alright, let's work on these here now. I might maybe want to use a smaller brush than that. Actually, I'm going to start with this side. This bit here looks a bit weird. Hopefully it is not going to be weird anymore once I finish. There. Yeah, that will do. Let's now move on to the upper teeth. Right here. And save. Always often save a progress, guys. Whatever you're doing. Save often. And if you can, have multiple backups. Good enough. I'm sorry I'm being so quiet today, everybody. My voice is not doing very well, apparently, for some reason. And also I cannot really think of much to say. To be honest, I actually almost chose to not stream today. I'm just not 100% in the mood for some reason. Actually, I know the reason exactly why I'm not 100% in the mood. Bills. I have bills to pay and no money to pay them. And one is overdue tomorrow. So that has been nagging in the back of my mind. It still is. Okay, wait. Okay, this is what I want. But yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to pay that. I now want a smaller brush. Just to do some highlighting here. Not a lot of stuff. But yeah, and for that reason, I maybe might not stream for very long today. Maybe. Because there have been times when I said I wasn't going to stream for long, and then before I realized I had already streamed for 6 hours. Yeah. It's always good when I do that. I love the short Sunday. I love doing art. It's my favorite stream. Okay, let's see if this job that I did here is any good. That looks kind of creepy. Yeah, they are looking fine. Nice. Let's bring the background back into view. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Not finished though. There's a couple more effects that I want to be doing here later. That's for later. I will, however, now do a little bit of highlighting on this tongue. Yeah, this here. There's something very light, subtle even. All right. Let's see, what is the next thing? Background is shaded, trees are shaded. Most of the shading on him is also done. I just realized I haven't drawn his wings. Why haven't I drawn his wing? Why haven't I drawn his wings? He's supposed to have wings on this picture. Did I seriously do all of this and I forgot his wings? Yeah, there's no wings here. What the hell? I drew him without wings. I forgot them. How did I forget the wings? Are you serious? I forgot the wings. Where's the progress sheet? I forgot the flipping wings. I finished the sketch, I finished the line arts, I am nearly done with all the coloring and shading, and I forgot the flipping wings. What the hell is wrong with me? I forgot the wings. Ah, now I'm gonna have to go all the way back to the sketch. Thankfully, I can draw them separately. But that's still super annoying. I can't believe I forgot the damn wings. God damn it. Ah, fine. Not fine, but fine. It's just gonna add a lot more work. You have no idea how upset I am at myself. Ah. Let's save this file as workshop wings. Winga? No, not Winga. Wings. I can't believe I forgot the wings. And I remember now when I'm almost finished with the sketch. Before I started drawing the final line arts in Corel Draw, I remember telling myself that the next thing I would have to do was the wings. And then I completely forgot about them. Forgets wings, doesn't forget stealing every useless item in a game. Just Mike things, you know. Just Mike things, I guess. Whatever. Let's begin. Now they're supposed to be folded. So how the fudge am I gonna do it? Now let's begin by drawing the basic structure of the wings. And since they are folded, so this bit here should be pointing down, going down. Screw it, I'm using the curve tool. That's good enough. For what I need, that is good enough. Okay, now this goes up. And this goes down. Can't believe I forgot the wings. Progress sheet 2. Thankfully, I don't have to draw them whole. Only part of them. You know another thing that is quite annoying about me having forgotten the wings? It is that for this entire time, I had this faint feeling that I was forgetting something important. but it was so faint that I didn't really bother trying to think what it was. It was just there on the corner of my mind. Until now, when it came the time to shade the wings, and I was like, wait, where's the wings? Oh boy. And can you please just do the line without going everywhere? I accidentally undid it. Frick. Whatever. That's not good enough, actually. I'm not sure where I should put the articulation for this joint. Here or down there? I'll put it here. There. That's good enough. Right. And save. I think I'm gonna have to remove this here so I can draw the other one. I mean, not necessarily, but it does help a little bit to have more space to work with. Before I draw the second one, I should send this over to the progress sheet. For backup reasons, of course. So Control C and Control V and Control S to save. Alright, now for the other one on the other side. And that's not really supposed to. Yeah. Am I doing this right? I hope I am, because I am going all the way. I'm going all the way with this. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Yes, I think this here looks feels a little more right. Again, I don't have to draw the whole wing, only part of it, but draw at least a little bit more of it, even though it is not going to be visible. Can help a ton in getting the rest of the anatomy of the wing, the parts that are going to be visible. Helps a ton to get them right. I also might want to draw the line arts for these wings into separate layers, so it is a little easier to shape them in Photoshop later. I'll figure that out once I get back to quarter draw. Right now I just need to make them exist first. That is the important part. Oh, for now anyway. Okay. This here is pointing in the wrong direction. Should be more like this. At least I think so. A little too high. I need to dust off my screen. There's a lot of dust on it. Alright, let's send this over to the progress sheet and actually draw the wings. For now, these here are just the... Actually, this has a name. You know, when you draw lines and little dots to point out where the joints are. This thing has an actual name, but I cannot remember what it's called. Anyway, let's draw the actual line arts for these wings now. Soon as I change the colors of the dragon himself. Let's turn all of these black sketch lines into light gray ones. Eventually these will be erased completely, but for now I just need them to be there but not be as visible, otherwise they're going to get in the way. Okay, that seems good enough. Let's save. Let's begin drawing the wings. It's fine. There we go. That one is done. Only everything else to go. Nice. You know something that I think I'm gonna try to do later? I'm gonna have to cook me some rice for dinner. But I think I'm gonna try something else as well, more as a kind of dessert of sorts. I've never done this before. I'm gonna try and make myself some brigadeiro. I do have one little box of condensed milk. There's butter in the fridge, and from what I read, those are the only ingredients I need. So I think I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, also chocolate. Chocolate in powder form. I think there's still chocolate in the house. In the kitchen, I mean. I'm gonna have to check that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make me some. The thing is delicious. You know what brigadeiros are? Brigadeiro is a... In its most common form, they are little balls, or they can also be big. They are little balls of chocolate, but one specific kind of chocolate. Well, specific kind. They are made in a way. It is something very typical of Brazil, and they are most commonly consumed in birthday parties. Here, let me show you what a brigadeiro looks like. There. These are brigadeiros. These and beijinho, which is this here. It's wonderful. Especially if you like chocolate, because damn, these things are tasty. Really tasty. Though I don't have these, I forgot what these are called, these little pieces of chocolate attached to it. Yeah, these here. I can't remember what they are called. In Portuguese, they are called chocolate granulado, but I don't think that's their name in English. Actually, let me see. That is not English, Deeple. That is not English. That is Portuguese. What are you doing? Chocolate sprinkles. Yes. I don't have chocolate sprinkles, so all that I'm gonna do is actually just the dough. It's not really a dough, but some kind of dough. In the lack of a better name, you know, the inside, this part here. I'm just gonna make those. I'm not even going to turn them into little balls. I'm just gonna eat them with a spoon. If I can actually make them. They look like Raffaello. I think I've heard of Raffaello before. Yeah, they are somewhat similar, but brigadeiro is a Brazilian invention. It has I don't even know when it was invented. It's probably been over a century now. Yeah, really good stuff. And actually very easy to make, at least as far as the instructions I read are concerned. I've never made any myself, but I will try to do it later today. Make cheesecake? I don't have the materials or the money to buy them currently. The pay I got from the job I'm working at right now, pay that I got last Friday from the week before, about 90% of that went to pay the 90, make it 100, went into paying the rent. I have no money at all for anything, and I actually gotta go to the supermarket to buy more food, and I actually cannot do that yet. Have a bill to pay that is due tomorrow, cannot pay it. Have 2 electricity bills also due to pay, overdue rather. Also my internet, which they are likely going to suspend very soon because of lack of payment. Oh my god, my life in this country is awful. If you are not rich. Or a crooked politician. Which reminds me, guys, I am still open for commissions. If you'd like me to draw you something, just commission me. That would be very welcome and incredibly helpful, you have no idea. Oh, hold on, this line is supposed to start there. Help me pay my bills. Commission me. I'm laughing, but that's more of a nervous laughter. I might want to change this blue to something else so I can see the black lines a little more clearly. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's change them to this light purple. That doesn't help very much. What about a lighter blue? Yeah, that helps a little bit more. There we go. Now back to black. Good. Oh hey, another malicious bot just tried to send a message in chat, but got blocked by my filters. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. Yeah, click me. I want to scam you. These people who send these malicious bots are so stupid. Let me deal with this real quick. What is the name of the bot? This? That might be an A, actually. Nope, doesn't have it. Hold on. Go. Oh, let me add these to the filters. Assuming none of them are in the filters. Now I can never remember where the option for that is. Ah, here, found it. Oh, they changed the interface. Or am I on the wrong spot? Channel permissions, mod management, channel protection. View advanced settings. Oh, they changed the interface completely. I am completely lost right now. Ah, here, permit block terms and phrases. Add. Let's see some variations. Okay, that is already the thing. Okay, all sorted. Never click on links that these malicious bots send. Never. If you care about your computer and your personal data, especially banking information, do not ever click on them. Hang on a second, let me try to fix something here real quick. Alright. Now, where was I? I was here. Yeah, I just dealt with a bot. Welcome back, by the way. Twitch needs to do another purge session. It's been a while since the last one, and clearly another one is required. It is necessary. It must be done. I think this looks fine. Don't you think? Yeah, so far it is going okay. Another reason why I might not stream for very long today is because it is very hot and I can't wait to take off this shirt. Now you can't see it on camera, but the lower half of my shirt is actually all the way up, so my fan can blow some wind on my skin. Otherwise, I would be actually dripping blood. No, dripping sweat right now. I maybe might have to redraw this part here. Maybe. Looks a bit weird up here. Oh, so far so good. There's a couple parts here and there that look maybe a little weird, but otherwise this is fine. But it's not over. Still got stuff to do here. The hell? I am nearly done with this wing, guys. Nearly done. Okay, I think I'm done. As far as the basics are concerned, this wing is done. Let me move on to the right one.
second chances if I'm right. Time goes on forever. Feels like so much to remember. What's one to do? How's one to feel? Where's one to go when their heart won't open? So far away, yet so nearby. Feels as if someone is still watching over me. So here's to holding on to a little faith, keeping up with the present day, standing well with the friends I've made, and making sure that I don't lose my way. What's one to do?
God, it's hot in here.
How's one to feel?
How hot is it here inside my room?
When their heart won't open.
31 degrees Celsius. It's 31 degrees in my room right now. Can you see the thermometer there? My God, it is blurry. There. 31. And I'm wearing a shirt. A black one at that. Fun fact. If you wear black clothing, you are more likely to feel hot more easily than other people. Why? Because the color black absorbs light and turns that into heat. I actually made a huge mistake of going outside once to run errands and stuff wearing a black shirt. I nearly died that day. I couldn't bear being outside under the sun with a black shirt. I don't know how people can do it. They must be insane. God, I feel ill just thinking about it. It's awful. I was on that day, it wasn't even that hot that day. I remember sweating so much I was just as wet as if I had just taken a shower. Except it was all sweat. It was hot and icky and blah. It was disgusting. 18 degrees Celsius here, but very windy. Nice. I imagine metalheads, we all wear black. I don't really understand how you people who wear black everywhere every day can handle going outside wearing black under a hot sun. You guys are insane. So from that day on, I decided that when I go outside, I am only ever wearing lighter colors. That way I don't have a stroke. They only have black shirts, not a single color one, or even like, yikes. I wonder how well you would survive a hot day, a hot sunny day over here wearing that outside. I know I nearly couldn't do it. And my body is used to warmer weather than yours is. I'd die. Yeah. Speaking of which, what is the forecast for tomorrow? Come on. Give me the forecast for tomorrow.
In Recanto dos Pasaros, it'll be partly cloudy, with a high of 37 and a low of 24.
37. Oh God. Oh God. Thank God where I work they have AC. Oh God, 37. No, I don't like it. I'll be turning into beef jerky. Yeah, man, 37 tomorrow. Oh Jesus Christ. Thank God they have AC where I am working. Okay, hold up. What am I doing here exactly? Yeah, this is right. Now, 37 degrees Celsius tomorrow as a high. Imagine going outside under the hot scalding sun of 37 degrees Celsius wearing black. I would have a stroke. A heat stroke. Okay, this seems fine. But the but what? Oh, no, don't worry about that. It's fine. Not a problem. At least neither Twitch or YouTube still yell at me for having that on stream. I actually forgot. No problem. Not a problem. Oops, I messed up here. They made for good content, I guess. It's kind of weird though. That alien species is clearly intelligent. They wear clothing, just not quite where they should. Well, then again, they are not human, so cannot really expect human behavior. Cannot really expect human behavior from them. It's actually explained a bit later on in that area why it's like that. Oh, I see. Then I guess I won't have to wander for long. In theory, anyway. Oh, wait, I'm forgetting one bit here. basically a reverse of why we wear clothes. Curious. It's a bit messy. What if I use just one single line for both ends of this thing? Yeah, that might work. You speak to Sierra later on. I think she explains it. I'll try to keep that in mind. Then again, considering how much I always go for all the dialogues everywhere, I will likely end up talking to her, even if I don't remember about it. I mean, you said it yourself yesterday. I'm a dialogue magnet. Okay. Alright, I think that for the basic structure of these wings, everything is done. Let me just add an extra little bit of detail here that is not going to be visible at all. I'll do it just because. There. And save, and let's send this over to the progress sheet. Clean up everything, do some tweaking, and then prepare all of this to be sent over to CorelDRAW so I can draw the final line arts for these wings. Yep, I thought you'd take an hour max on the Toronto. I'm pretty sure I actually spent a lot more time there than an hour. Actually, we can check that right now. How long did I spend aboard that ship? Let's see. Where is yesterday vlog? It's here. About 3 hours, more or less. Actually, technically a little less than 3 hours because I did spend a little bit of extra time at the start of the stream restarting the game twice or thrice because there was one time I accidentally quit the game in the emulator actually, and I had to start over. But yeah, roughly about 3 hours. Just a little under 3 hours actually. I sure did take my time there. What can I say? I like exploring games. Actually, in general, even in real life, I do like to explore a bit. When I was a kid, something I loved to do, and many people hated when I did it, was to enter houses under construction when there was nobody working there, you know, so after all of the builders had already left, or on weekends when there was nobody working there, I liked to enter the houses under construction and just wander around, look at things. Never caused any damage. I liked to do that. There's quite a few houses actually in the neighborhood that today are kind of old by now, but that I explored. Like this one here, let me show you. At the pace you'll be finishing that game by 2027. Yeah, maybe. Or 28, who knows? here. This is my old neighborhood. I used to live here. I really want to go back to live in this neighborhood here. It's awesome, that place. It's really good. Anyway, the house that I am thinking of is here, I think. Yes, it is. This is one of the houses that I explored while it was under construction. More than once, actually. Quite interesting inside this house. I explored that house. And also on the street I used to live. Right here. That house over there, I also explored this one while it was under construction. This house looks beautiful today. I wander everywhere. This house actually has an attic, which is something extremely rare for houses in Brazil. It also has a pool on the other side. But I really... Oh yeah, it's also on the same street. Over here, by the way, is the house I used to live in. From 1996 to 2009 or 2006. I think from 96 to 2006. Yes, I used to live in this house here. But it looked way different from that now. This house I explored while it was under construction. Also this one. And this one. And this one. Where's the front side of this one? Also this one. Quite a lot of them, actually. This one, not exactly when because no, I actually think this one I didn't get to explore while it was under construction, because at the time it was just an empty, what's it called in English again? An empty lot? No, there was nothing here. Only a couple orange trees. But yeah, I used to enter houses under construction a lot when I was a kid. That was fun stuff. But the people who owned the place, sometimes they saw me and they were very angry. They were very angry that I was there. Part of me misses those days. This bit here doesn't look quite right. I think I'm gonna redraw this here. That still doesn't look all that right, but I'm gonna roll with it. Transparent selection, there we go. There we go, now I have just the wings. Actually, hang on a second. Let's send this to the progress sheet, and then I'm gonna have just the wings. Oh, but actually, before I do any further progress on these wings, I still need Michael Braveheart here. Just for reference. What are these lines over there? The fudge? Oh, there's more over there. The hell? Okay. Give me red. Actually, no, give me black. Not a smaller eraser. Alright. That's fine. Let's do the same thing here.
Right, what is wrong, and the world will be healed by the guardian thought. You are the chosen one.
And I think that should be about it. Yeah, well, just a small correction right here. There. Yeah, I think these wings are ready to finally be sent over to Coral Draw. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. I may be wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna have to make any further changes on these wings. Let me date this progress sheet file, as I always do, and then I'll move on to Coral Draw. Man, did I forget how to write a 9? Come on. Jesus Christ. I think I forgot how to draw a 9. Are you kidding me? Ah, that's good enough. There we go. Save, and hopefully I'm not going to need this file anymore, so let's have it closed. What I do need now is this file. No, not this file, I lied. I meant this file. Yes, this one. And actually I do need him in here for reference. So let's go to back to this. Now select all, copy, and paste with transparency. Wait a minute. Okay, that's right. There we go. Okay, that should do it. I am incredibly surprised that I have managed to finish the sketch of these wings as quickly as I did, because I always take ages to finish drawing any sketches for any wings. Always. Thankfully, these went very quickly. Actually, let's not do it like this. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Now let's save this file. General sketch wings for Corel. Let's close Photoshop to free up some memory. Yes, save. And let's start Corel Draw. Actually, instead of making a new file, let's just open the CDR file. Backup. No, that's not what I want. This here. This is what I want. Okay. Now, before I start drawing the final line arts, I will need a brief bathroom break. So, guys, I'll be right back. I'm back. What was I going to do? Right. Send this over to quarter draw and start drawing the line arts for the wings. Here. Why is this so much bigger than the original one? Why? It shouldn't be. All right. Ooh, I forgot to recolor the sketch. The wings, they're supposed to be their line arts. They're supposed to be light gray. I mean dark gray, not black. This is gonna be a lot faster if I do this instead. Nice, Reptane, nice. Man, I have been craving a pizza and burger for weeks now. And let's send these back. All the way. Yeah, this is good enough. Okay, let's change this banner to gray, like the others. And let's save this file as alpha 5. Okay, put away the pen and let's get started. Oh, first of all though, what is the line thickness that I was using for these? 4. Okay, 4 pixels. Ah, it's the default. Nice. Alright, let's begin. Wait a minute. How am I going to merge, attach this here to his body in Photoshop? Because this bit here is supposed to be behind his shoulder, and this is supposed to be on top of his shoulder. I mean, I could just send this to a layer behind his body. However, this bit here is supposed to be in front of the neck, you know, covering this bit of the neck here. Well, there was one challenge I wasn't expecting to stumble upon.
Check all the charts, no way I'll throw in my darts. This talent's the perfect one, my shining second to none. He is so precious, you know, whenever he say hello, my special symphony, I'm hoping that you might agree.
I have no idea.
When you're here,
I have no idea.
my hopes are fly.
Yet. I yet don't have any idea how to do this. And frankly, I'm not really in the zone enough to think too hard about this. By the way, one of the early access artworks that I made recently, and for now is only available on my Coffee as early access, it is now available for free viewing on DeviantArt. So if you guys would like to check that out, it's now on DA. And if you prefer to see my art on Third Affinity, I still feel filthy every time that I talk about that having an account there. But anyway, if you prefer to see that on Third Affinity, you're gonna have to wait a little longer, just a few more days. But the quality that I will upload there is going to be inferior to that of the upload on DA. So I still recommend to check it on DA. Or even better, subscribe to my Coffee and see there. Anyway. How am I gonna do this? I mean, I guess in Photoshop I could just erase a little bit of this part of the neck. But then I would run into that issue where certain layers don't really meet very well. There's always a little gap in between them, which is the issue that I had with his paws here and the wall. Oh. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Let's just draw the line arts for now. You know something weird? At work, at this job that I am currently doing a trial for, I have to use CorelDRAW very often there. And I know how to use CorelDRAW. At least for the most part anyway. But whenever I am there and I have to use CorelDRAW, I don't know, it's like my brain forgets that it knows CorelDRAW, and I often have to ask for help for something that should be simple and that I am perfectly capable of doing because I know how to do it. And I don't know why that is so. I don't know why that happens. It's as if my brain only knows how to use CorelDRAW if I am sitting here in front of my computer. It's weird. It's weird that I don't like it. I did learn a couple new things though, working there, things that I didn't know. Like now I know, for example, how to print the same picture on a sheet of paper multiple times, you know, multiple of the same. I didn't know how to do that, didn't even know it was possible. Why can't I select this? Oh, now I can. I know I should continue from this line here. Okay, now because a huge portion of these wings is going to be obscured behind the wall and therefore not visible, I actually don't really need to draw any of these lines down here, not at all. So it should save me time if I like just cut the wing right about here. Yes, I would do that. Let me just make just curve these into the shape they are supposed to have, and then I will do that. Yeah, this here needs to be curved a little differently. No, no, that is messing it up. I'll come back to this later, because it is not how it is meant to be. Let's now remove this corner. Yeah, it's fine. And this line can end right there. I was not supposed to be working with CorelDRAW today, but I just had to go and forget to draw the freaking wings, didn't I? Man, I still cannot believe or understand how it was possible that I forgot the wings. Man, I am not well. I can't be. I think that for today I would just finish the line arts of the wings, maybe color them, but then it's gonna be that, because I am really sweating under this shirt and I want to take it off. So I think I'll just finish this stuff today, and I will leave all the rest for next time. This looks wonky. Why is it looking wonky? Why is it wonky? Stop being wonky.
When it comes to video games, nobody compares to Atari.
I find Intellivision more sophisticated and lifelike. Gentlemen, move over for my friend Commodore Home Computer System.
Alright, that's fine. As for this here, I'm gonna kind of cut it. Not really cut it, but cut it. Yeah, that's good enough. Here. And up here. Perfect. No, actually no. This line has to cover that one. Or does it? Yeah, it kind of does. Let's move these a little bit more. Actually, instead of moving this anchor point, I'll just make a new one right here. And delete this one. Yeah, just like that. Oh, but now it seems out of place. Oof. Go back. I'll leave it like this. It's fine. Let's consider that as a small correction on the thingy. Now I have to delete part of this line. Let's begin by first finding where I gotta do the deletion. Alright, right here. Break apart. And where's the next part? Right here. So anchor point there, and anchor point right here too. Okay, break apart right here, and right here. Oh, it's already broken there. Okay, in that case, delete that. No, this is not broken apart yet. Why did I think it was? Delete that. And that's it. Let's save. Because you know, always save often, blah blah blah. You know the drill. Heh. Alright, let's do this. Let's draw this part here. Now up here, I'm going to make a slight curve inwards. That's good enough. Why can't I click on the line? Come on. Okay, that looks fine. The line art for this wing is basically finished. However, I now need to pointify the ends of some lines. Also, this is it me or this looks a little too thin to you? To you? I mean, is it me or this looks a little too thin? I think it looks a little too thin. Let's change that. Yeah, I think it looks better. Alright, let's pointify this stuff. The wheel of my mouse sometimes really do not help anything. Okay, that looks fine. Let's make the cut on the blue line right here. There, first pointification completed successfully. Let's do the second one now. Hang on, how is this one supposed to curve? Yeah, okay, this is right. At least I think it is. Okay, there we go. That's done. And I think they look perfect, I dare say. Okay, let's do this one now. minute, something's off here. What do you mean close? Oh, never mind. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh no, we cannot have that there. And I just made it worse. Oh, I love when I do that. That was sarcasm, obviously. Okay, this should do it. Cut will go right here, and I'm gonna have to either make some patching or I just messed up. Or I don't know, do something else. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, right here, that's not right. I'm gonna make a patch. Curious. 1 pixel is actually thinner than the hairline option. Huh. You'd think it would be the other way around. Okay, that should be everything for that. Consider it patched. Now let's work here. I think here should be an easy deal. Famous words. But yeah, in theory, this should be very simple. And quick. There we go, sorted. And let's extend this like this, so all of this can be closed off. I'm gonna need that on Photoshop when I get to it. Okay, that's good enough. I don't have to quantify that one. So all I gotta do now with this blue line is make it black. There we go. All done. It's as if all of this is the exact same one line on any one of these parts. When in reality, it is actually a bunch of them. Let's save this. So that should be it for the left wing for now, other than figure out how the fudge I'm gonna work out this shoulder situation here. Let's now do the right wing. Where should I start? I'm gonna start here. Actually, no. I'll start here. And that's enough for that. I don't have to go all the way down. Oh, this is a long one. In a way, this is sometimes almost kind of like as if I were making a 3D model with a very low poly count. Like PlayStation levels of low poly. Okay, that looks good. This part here does not. No. Yeah, that works, I guess. Is this line already settled? I think it already is. Yes, it is. You don't have to settle any further. Okay, hang on a second. Let me think of how I'm going to do the layering of these wings. I think the internal part of this wing here should be in a layer all of its own, just to make it easier for shading. And this arm of the wing plus this outside area should be all the same one layer on top of that one. So the left wing should have 2 layers. Yes, at least 2 layers. 3 if I decide to, for whatever reason, have this bit here also in a separate layer. As for the right wing, I think I'm gonna have this part here be 1 layer and this other one here be another. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I'm tired and way too hot to continue with this now. Also, I think I might be developing a slight headache for some reason. So I think I'm gonna wrap up here for today. I did say I was probably not gonna stream for very long today, so I apologize, guys. But I think I gotta rest. Also, I still have to figure out how the hell I'm going to pay that bill that is due tomorrow. Anyway, hopefully I will be resuming all of this by the next Sunday, and hopefully I'll be streaming. I'll be in a much better state of mind next Sunday, and I can stream for longer because I love the short Sunday, and I kid you not, when I am in the zone, I can go for over 7 hours straight without stop. So I've done it before, not several times, but quite a few times before. The only reason why I eventually stopped was because it was getting late. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up here for today, everybody. Don't forget, I have started a new long series playthrough on the Gaming Friday. I'm playing Albion for the MS-DOS. It looks like a very fun game. So tune in next Friday or Saturday if I have to postpone it. And let's play part 2 of that game and see where it goes. So far I managed to explode a ship. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining today's stream. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun. Sorry I am interrupting the stream here, but yeah, I am not all that well today. In any case, hopefully I'll be seeing you all again very soon on the next stream. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your Sunday. Have a great week, and until we meet again on the next stream, God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. Sleep well when you go to bed, and as always, dream of dragons. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon, hopefully. Bye bye.
Present some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't turn up. Be bad at taking trips because I'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hope on setting not to crash. Citrus can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let it my opinion of the chin up. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let that mark my opinion of the fate. Decide if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm. We would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. So bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the journey. Do bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mark my opinion of the manipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more,
Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment, claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just grow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking trips because you've got to be more grand. You got to think ahead and carry out the things you planned. Citrus can be your fears when you can see where fossils lay. Don't quit on hopes or dreams when you have simply got to chin up. Don't bet on sinking ships because they'll only drag you down. You got to keep on sailing even when you want to frown. The world will keep on turning without matter where you land. You might as well be running when your feet should hit the sand. Because they'll turn your trips to trash.